Right, now I'm fitting the brackets for the wide table rails, and I wanted to make sure I was exactly in the centre of the hole. So I thought, how the hell am I going to find the centre of the hole just by lining up the drill? And I thought, that ain't going to work, because my eyes are crap. So what I did was, I got a drill which is exactly the same size as the hole. Then I got a nut runner to go on the end of this type of drill anyway, and I turned it a couple of times to make a mark bang in the centre. And then I know when I drill it is exactly in the centre. And I can then put my screw in, knowing full well that it's not going to pull this over because I'm on one side, or push it up that way because it's on that side, and vice versa. Okay, thought I'd give you that little snippet of information. And it's the wide table holder, and what's going to happen there is a bigger piece of board is going on like that. It'll be indented to take these screws, and the nut runner holder is going to be in there. And then on top of the fixing board will be the sacrificial table, and it'll be nice and sturdy. Okay peeps. Okay, sorry about the noise that's coming, but I'm reaming this linear rail support out so I can get a long nut in, and that will protrude either side like that, and then that will be secured to the Y table, and it will run up and down the long nut like that on the threaded bar. But before I do that, I've got to take out some more material. It's almost there, but not quite. And then I've got to do the same on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'll start up to show you how I'm doing it, and then I'll turn the camera off and then bring it back a bit later. The bit that I'm using is the larger of the mill bits that come with the Dremel kit. So I mean, there's two. There's a finer one, and then there's this one. This one I'm using because it gets rid of the material quicker. That's only taken me about half an hour. When I did the X-axis one, that took me just under an hour to do that probably, but then in the end I forced it through once I'd got enough material taken away. But there's a lot of strain on these two cheeks, especially this joint here. So what I'm doing this time is I'm gouging more aluminium out so that it virtually, push fit. Okay, if it's a push fit, then I know that when I do that up, there isn't going to be too much of a strain on either side. Okay guys? Right. Now the reason I keep it as flat as possible is because I want the same profile all the way through. If it's off to one side, that means that the threaded bar is going to be pulling on the long nut at an angle. I don't want that. So I'm trying to keep the profile as flat as possible, and that way overall the variation will be enough for the threaded bar to take up, and then once it's done that, then I can lock it down solid, and then I'll know it's in the right place. But if it was off too far, then obviously I wouldn't be able to do that. Alright guys, so I'll turn the camera off now and I'll come back later. I've dremelled it out so it started to go in, which was good enough for me. And then what I did was I got a big thick washer and a bolt that fitted the threaded nut, long nut, 8mm. And then all I'm doing is, go the other way, thank you. Then just pulling it through by tightening up the bolt, and then you keep doing that until it reaches the washer. Oh sorry, I wasn't on camera. There you are, is that better? I was trying to make sure it was on camera but I was too close. So all you do is just screw it up, don't have to be crazy about it. And when I started this, the end of the long nut just went in. If I'd have hit it with a hammer, that would have taken it on in. But right, there we've met the nut. Now we just undo this a fraction. Now I'm going to use a pair of my, when I can find them, oh here they are, pliers, and they're going to sit, and I've undone the nut enough, they're going to sit in there, but on the bracket and not over the nut. Takes a bit of jiggery pokery, but we get there in the end. And then all you do is just nip it up, then put your spanner on that side, and in my case the spanner is holding the spanner, and you just do it up, not until it meets again, because you could have it end up with not enough on one side. So you just keep checking it from time to time. Just to make sure that you've got equal amounts on both sides. And one more, I think we're there. There you go. Nice bit of work. And then all we do now is just undo the nut. Not undo the nut, well you can, yeah, undo the nut I suppose is right. Take the bolt out. So you don't need it to be a long bolt. Okay. And then there's the finished article. Now on the, when I did the x-axis, these two were really splayed out. Not enough that I couldn't get the bolt across, but you know, you could see that there was a bit of tension too much on this part of the bracket. So I'll now go and put the bolt in, lock it up tight, and the reason it's going to lock up tight, I don't know if I can show you, yeah, is because I put one of the V's actually in this slot. So as that tightens up, it'll pull down on that V and trap that V in that gap. And the V isn't bigger than the gap, so it'll act like a clamp. Okay? There are people. There's the clamp in situ, the long nuts on the threaded bar, and it's attached to the Y table carrier. I'm going to attempt to show you it working. Let's see if I can. Not very conducive because I'm kneeling down on the floor, and it's quite awkward, but there you are.